mabati rolling mills yuko yabwatuka uchiase abaonia aiga ntobwate showroom asura achabwirigirie amabati anda usialia utagete showroom yeto nigo enkare eyuerengia na boigo ekogokie riso yao chingaki ogoswasa ligakurigiria amabati aiga ntobwate team tembo abo bagokora imirimo ase showroom yiga babwate chingoro chingia chugo kwarigania na boigo cyo tebererie kende gensi uraganie bagotebererie company ya mabati rolling mills iko babwate amabati chingenjo ao ayuare ye chikala ao na boigo ayuiga bwate chi profile net gauges ao bunabono babwate no corrugated na boigo box corrugated asbigo babwate boomerang ayuare aye chigage emeronge tato asama mabati alia ye chigage emeronge bere na isaro na isato babwate tile profiles alia au oriental elegantal versatile grows na boigo na versatile mat MRM niko babwate lifestyle ayuago chana roman jinko na boigo web design babwate ligani kabwate chikala bunabone lia chaco gray brick red tile red maroon sky blue na boigo na green obutambe bwe mabwate liga niko bokolengana amo nukuganya gwe customer mbabwate bintu bindi boigo ebyo ochikunyara kabo gutumika chinga gicho gwakeranya mabati liga ase nyumba yao tutari lero ase MRM showroom onyare kabo gukwerera amabati yu akomenya segeka ayo guchani warrant na boigo ayo orakoberwa ikasure asubwango edukenyega ya Uhuru Superstores yego toka se nyumba ya Uhuru Complex imiyumu chuyigo busongo iyo erange ne duka ya Safaricom boigo ngotuka bari ase nyumba ya JM Towers iyo ere ange ne bengi ya Credit Bank asamange bakere simgwetera sete namba chabo 0111161500 Uhuru Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani.
Zuku, home of quality entertainment with reliable internet and affordable satellite TV across the country. For $29.99, get your satellite TV dish and decoder with strong signal. Enjoy crystal clear channels, kids shows, sports, local dramas, Nollywood, Nat Geo, and more for $4.50 per month.
Chinsa Ikomi na ino mwanchi umuria chinga kituikira semesa yamaya tokoretere Ekeonga nchira yobwenge Chinsa Ikomi chiri tukerigare ya Jumamosi chitariki 5 mutinye 11 mwaka bwechiri 2025 ewiki eyamoyoka magega y'abantu ba Chesongo shegotoka ebunge ya Marakwet East county ya Elgeyo Marakwet banyoretwe n'umuchando bwokwanyuka kweriroba igento kirereta abantu gwetane 30 gosiria magimabo abandi gotugone chinko ba chinyinge boigo enibo enyinge yabete kegosira gosegotindekwa ritkuria rero nigo muwaziri w'oboreni bwime Omoske Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen muwaziri w'echipara Omoske Davis Chichir omuwaziri w'obokoreri bw'eserikali Omoske Geoffrey Ruku n'abarayibande bamokoba murugi bw'omurayibwense Omoske Rachel Ruto ochensemeyo erikwena n'obokonyi naboigo kurwa eng'ora yaye asatebe serikali neche gokonya chiamatechi chanyorete n'ugwakwa.
Katika kitabu cha Warumi 12 mstari wa 15 inatuambia kwamba furahini pamoja na wale wafurahio, lieni pamoja na wale waombolezao. Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. Siku ya leo tumekuja kulia pamoja na nyinyi, na tumekuja kusema kwamba ni Mungu ambaye anapanguza machozi ya wale wanalia. Familia wamepoteza wapendwa wao, wamepoteza kina baba, wamepoteza kina mama, wamepoteza watoto, wamepoteza majirani. Na nafikiria tu ni Mungu peke yake ambaye anaweza kutupanguzia haya majonzi. Wacha Mungu aweze kuwaponya. Wacha Mungu aweze kuwasaidia yale yote ambayo mumepitia. Tunajua kwamba kuna wale wapendwa tumewapoteza, na kuna wale bado wako pale hospitali wakisaidika ili waweze kupata matibabu. Wacha niseme kwamba serikali imefanya jambo la maana sana. Serikali yetu ikiongozwa na rais wetu Mheshimiwa William Ruto, kuweza kutuma viongozi ambao waliweza kukuja hapa kwa dharura ili kukuja kusaidia watu. Na hilo ndio jambo la maana sana. Watu ambao wamepoteza manyumba watasaidika, watoto watasaidika, na watu wote watasaidika, mabarabara yatajengwa. Na mimi nataka kuhakikishia kwamba Rais William Ruto anawakumbuka kila siku. Rais William Ruto anakumbuka watu wa Kenya mahali kokote waliko. Hana ubaguzi kusema siwezi enda hapa, siwezi kufanya hili. Yeye anafanya kazi kuhakikisha kwamba watu wote wa Kenya wanaweza kupata yote ambayo wanahitaji ili waweze.
Ritko rero murai wense Daktari William Samoei Ruto nigo aina na obotinini bwa Amboseli National Park gochia ase serikali ya kaunti ya Kajiado. Ruto nigo airabuna kubwateri chikore katiba yo mwaka 2010 nigo aina nire obotinini obo na nigo yabekiro bene ase gazeti bene ya serikali buna epakeyo nigo eratinini ne serikali ya kaunti ya Kajiado.
Transfer of the management functions of Amboseli National Park to the county government of Kajiado from the national government, to whom these presents shall come, greetings. Whereas Amboseli National Park, previously known as the Southern Reserve for Maasai, and later the Maasai Amboseli Game Reserve, the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides the framework for the transfer of functions between the two levels of government, whereas the national government, through the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, jointly with the county government of Kajiado, executed a framework for the transfer of the management of Amboseli National Park as notified by Kenya Gazette Notice number 15320 and 15231 of 24th October 2025. Now therefore, in exercise of the powers and authority conferred upon the head of state of government, I, William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, do hereby ordain, declare, and direct that the management of Amboseli National Park is hereby vested in the county government of Kajiado. Now henceforth, by dint of this presence and the deed of transfer herein executed, may it be known to all that it is hereby proclaimed that the management of Amboseli National Park stands returned to the host community through the county government of Kajiado. In testimony whereof, I have caused this proclamation to be issued under the hand of the President and the public seal of the Republic of Kenya on this 8th day of November in the year of the Lord 2025.
Mwaziri wetsemi Moske Julius Migosi ogamba nigo airere buna mbachigokora imechando eri sensemo yechisemi gochakira chi university wekatise skuru choboroso okwana korwa university ya Machakos chinga kichokobeke chomojegabo kobekera aboroki wachigoto Migosi nigo airete igori umurobiri CBC anemono chinga kiaboroki wabatanga nibo umurobiri oyo barachigoso chi skuru chi secondary omwaka ogocha sebo igatebete ose Igo akwanirete okweroberia dare yo yabekre eri kwarigania aboroki wabo.
We are keen to address all the challenges in the university subsector and indeed in the entire education sector in a long-term and sustainable manner. It is our goal to ensure that students at all levels of education ladder pursue and complete their studies and training seamlessly and without unnecessary interruptions and barriers. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the key imperatives in education is access to quality education and training. Enhancing access to education and training remains a key priority for the government, from the lowest levels all the way to the highest. Ladies and gentlemen, next year, we will admit the first cohort of senior school learners into senior school. In 3 years' time, by the year 2029, they'll be ready to join university. I take this opportunity, therefore, to call upon universities to adequately prepare for that intake. Let us work together to ensure that higher education is aligned to the skills-oriented and learner-centered vision of the competency-based education. As you may already know, we provide free and compulsory basic education in line with Article 53 of the Constitution. The current education reform process to implement the competency-based education has not changed this position. The approved rates of capitation remain in place. Kenya shillings 1,420 per learner per year in primary school, 15,042 per learner per year in junior school, and 22,244 per learner per year in senior school. This is an appropriate opportunity for me to clarify, ladies and gentlemen, that the government has not revised any fees payable by learners at any level of basic education. The approved boarding fees remains as has always been since 2015. Reports therefore appearing in sections of the media to the contrary are incorrect.
Waziri mukuru w'uburinzi boime Dr. Fred Matiang'i oyubona oromo konyo muraya sekiama kirege jubiri nigo amoshire ebunge nene kose parliament asemechando ensi ya Kenya yabereke gwetera na boigo na gutekeranira emirimo eria bajoreretwe ukona kora Nairobi. Matiang'i nigo airerete buna ebunge neire ose netakeire gukora obutuki igoro ya makongo Kenya yabereke gwetera anemono ogoitwa kwa basai na boigo amakweri goso kwa bantu ensemeria shakahola.
The history of our parliament has not been very well studied and documented. I argue all the time, and all of you wonderful people here will relate to this, that this parliament that is in office now and the honorable members of parliament who are here please allow me to be very sincere. This is the first time Parliament has not acted and actually invoked its absolute institutional mandate, which is a bipartisan representation to deal with issues of the day. Because we have seen in previous parliaments, many of you who are here, Mheshimiwa Murathe, Mheshimiwa Kembe Gitura, and the others who were in parliament in the past, when there was a crisis in the country, and in fact, this is the contribution of parliament to the management of the country. Parliament usually closes ranks, they forget about parties, they come together and now do a parliamentary inquiry on an issue. When the Gen Z demonstrations happened in 2024, and what happened in Parliament happened, quite frankly, from a government point of view, and as someone who has been a cabinet minister, I thought that the executive branch of government was going to take advantage of an absolute opportunity available to them, ask Parliament to have a bipartisan inquiry on what had happened, so that then they can follow and provide even an opportunity through which expression and discussion would happen on the challenges of Gen Z and what was happening in the country. Now, we haven't seen that rigorous use of the institution of Parliament for the good of the country, where, for example, investigations like those would happen. And both parties in government and parties in the opposition would sit and deal with those kinds of issues. When children burn to ashes in a school here, 21 of them, you expect a complete and thorough bipartisan investigation by Parliament. None of us here, I don't know whether there's anybody even in this room, who knows how many graves are in Shakahola and how many people died there. No thorough bipartisan parliamentary investigation. This is why there is now a big debate on the actuality of representation for legislative institutions. Who do they actually represent in the long run? Are they acting in the good of the people, or are they acting in the good of the political environment of the day?
Wancho morigerera huikiraga unotocho ikira mwere w'Ekeonga Chinsa Ikomi asenchira yowengi ayo manayenda mange machido baiwa nagende to kwarigeneria hacho koretera asenchira yoboikiranu keweka Chinsa ibe na boigo Chinsa inyecho butko bwarero toskare nchengoro wa Catherine Nyaboga Vanessa Nyaboke kuraso muno abo imanyeriro makurs nero koneke buna chibichechi na Mario Gingo igo ikira chira asenchira yoboikiranu tora borige borobia tomera neri itkure anki.
Superstores Nero eduka asorgo ngurigarua South Nyanza yanchere amone company ya mabati Rolling Mills yuko yabwatuka uchiase abaonia aiga ntobwate showroom asura achagwirigirie amabati anda unsialia utagete showroom yeto nigo enkale yuerengia na boigo ekogokie riso yao chingaki ogoswasa yigakurigiria amabati aiga ntobwate time tempo abo bago kolemirimo ase showroom yiga babwate chingoro chingia chugo kwarigania na boigo cho tebereria kende kensi uraganie bago tebereria company ya mabati Rolling Mills niko babwate amabati chingenjo au ayuare ye chikala au na boigo ayuiga bwate chi profile net gauges au unabono babwate normal corrugated na boigo box corrugated asbigo babwate boomerang ayuare aye chigage emeronge tato asama mabati alia ye chigage emeronge bere na isaro na isato babwate tile profiles alia au oriental elegantal versatile gross na boigo na versatile matte MRM niko babwate lifestyle ayuago chana Roman Jinko na boigo web design babwate ligani kabwate chikala bunabone lia charcoal gray brick red tile red maroon sky blue na boigo na green obutambe bwa mabati yiga nigo bokorengana amo nukuganya gwe customer mbabwate bintu bindi boigo ebyo ochikunyaraka bo gutumika chinga gicho gwakeranya amabati yega ase nyumba yao tutari rero ase MRM showroom onyareka bagokwerera amabati yu akomenya asegeka ayo uchanye warrant na boigo ayo orakoberwa ikasure asobwango edukeyega ya Uhuru Superstores yego toka se nyumba ya Uhuru Complex imiyo muchuligo busongo iyo erange neduka ya Safaricom boigo ngotoka bari ase nyumba ya JM Towers iyo ere ange nebengi ya Credit Bank asamange bakere simgwetera sechi namba chabo 0111161500 Uhuru Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani.